guys, it's Stephanie, and today I'm here with a haul from LA. As many of you guys know, we were in the LA area for the last few days of our spring break last week, and many of you guys wanted to see a haul of the stuff we got, and you guys know when we go to LA, we get a bunch of stuff for good prices. So I'm going to share with you some stories from the trip and then also my haul. So let's start. So the first day of our trip, we went down to San Diego because none of our favorite DJs or producers ever come to Arizona, so we have to travel 6 hours to see one of them. So we went to go and see Maddie on at Flux in San Diego at the Gas Lamp District, and it was insane. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 DJs or 3 DJs were not holding my attention, but when Maddie on came out, I was like, this is like, you know, that is what my life is revolving around at the moment. So, best moment of my life, I got one of the posters that were around town. Then worst moment of my life, when we headed up to LA, it got smashed underneath the seat of my car. This was free, they were just giving these out and only a few people got them, and I wanted Maddie on to sign them, but I got a picture with him, which will never be shown to anybody because Melissa and I both look like greasy messes. And the girl that took the picture didn't even know how to take a picture with my iPhone. So we had planned the night after we saw Maddie on to go to the Colby Flea Market in San Diego. We got there around noon, so a lot of the vendors were already starting to close up. But I did pick up 2 things while we were there. And the first one, I know you guys are gonna be like, what? Yeah, I picked up socks because I know it's not just me, but we lose socks all the time. And I have socks that I've had for so long that I should probably get rid of, and this is sounding really disgusting, but yeah, the guy was like 1 pack for $3 or 2 packs for $5. So I bought this pack that has some cute flowers on it. I like wearing like printed socks when I do Pilates because then you can't really see the dirt on the bottom of them as much, if that makes any sense. And then I got a pair of black ones. So I got 8 pairs of socks for $5. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I don't know if you guys have seen before, but I have a vintage tooled leather bag from Mexico that I got at an antique store a few years ago actually, and it's really busted up, but I love that bag. I will never get rid of it. And when we're at the flea market, this guy was selling bags that were tooled leather from Mexico. And so the guy was getting ready to close up, and he was really good at selling because he told me the bag was $65, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay $65 for a bag, you know? And then he's like, I'll give it to you for $50, mi reina. And I was just like, okay, he called me his queen. He's hook, line, and sinker right there. And then he's like, you know what, take it for $40, I'm ready to go. And I was like, okay, sold. And so this is the bag that I got, and it really like takes me back to when I first started my blog. And so for 40 bucks, I thought it was really cool, and it's really big and roomy. And I know I don't really wear purses very often, but I thought for $40, I wasn't gonna leave it behind. And it just has roses all over the bag, and the strap is adjustable so it can be shorter and or it can be longer like it is now. And so yeah, I thought it was such a good deal, and I love the smell of leather. So on our way to the flea market, we actually drove by a Goodwill and a Salvation Army, which was crazy because, you know, sometimes it's hard to find thrift stores in big cities. We just happened to drive by 2 of them. So we stopped by the Salvation Army, and surprisingly, they were having 50% off of everything in the store, which is crazy because we never get that lucky. So I did pick up one thing, and Melissa found this for me, and she's like, I don't know if you're gonna like this, and of course I like it, but it's just this, it's not a burnout, it might be a little bit of a burnout, white t-shirt that says party animal. And I know what you guys are thinking, you're not a party animal, which is true. I spend my Friday nights watching YouTube videos on weird stuff. But yeah, $2.50 for this, thought it was a pretty good deal, you know. It's alright. So after we went to the flea market and the thrift stores, we were supposed to head up to LA. The ride ended up turning out to be more than 4 hours long. So the next morning we went to the wholesale district where they have the Saturday sale that you guys know we go to all the time or whenever we're in LA. And so that's what I'm going to share with you guys now. And I remember when we first started going to LA, and I bet you guys remember also, I would buy anything and everything because things there are such a good deal. But now I've kind of stepped back and I try and only choose and buy pieces that I know I'm going to wear, because there's no point in buying all the stuff that I might wear once or I might not wear at all and I end up donating. So I'm really selective with the things that I buy, but I bought some cool stuff. First place I stopped was, this guy was selling everything 2 for $5, and that's a really good deal. So first thing Melissa found for me was this denim top. It's like a bustier corset type of thing. And I'm always worried that things aren't going to fit me right or properly because there aren't fitting rooms available, and most sellers don't allow you to try things on, like even over your clothes. But Melissa was like, it looks like it's going to fit you. And when I tried this back on at the hotel, it fits perfectly. And then the second thing I picked up to equal $5 was this crop top, and it's like a peach color. Definitely something nice for spring and summer. It's very lightweight, and it's like a nice, it hits me in a nice area. There's not too much torso showing where I can wear a high-waisted skirt or high-waisted shorts. So that was also $2.50. So if you follow my blog or follow me on Instagram, you know I've been obsessed. And when I say obsessed, I mean, why are you so obsessed with me about mock turtlenecks? And so he had 2 for $5 mock turtlenecks, and I got this navy color. I don't have navy yet. I have every other color except navy and the other one that I bought. Got that color, and then I also picked up this olive green, which is really trendy. It was trendy last fall, but I really like olive green. I'm really into greens recently. I think I told you guys that. So that was also $2.50. The guy also had skater dresses. Is that skater dresses? I think that's what they're called. And we were leaving and Melissa noticed them and she's like, look, and I was like, I don't know if I can pull that off. But I was glad that I ended up getting it because it was only $8 and it's very similar to the American Apparel skater dresses. And so it's just this black velvet and then it ties around the neck. And I was afraid it was going to be a bit too big, but when I tried it on, since this is adjustable and I can raise it up, it fits really, really well. And they come in different sizes. He also had burgundy and navy royal blue, but I knew I probably wouldn't wear those colors, so I just ended up going with the black, and it actually hits at a pretty good spot. It's not too long, so I'm not going to have to hem it. And for $8, I was like, either way, if I have to hem it or something, it'll still be worth it in the end. So our last stop at the wholesale mart was this one lady. She doesn't own a store. She kind of just stands on the side of the sidewalk with the clothing rack like most people do. And we've purchased from her before, and all of her stuff is really, really good, very trendy, and every piece is $8. So I picked up 3 items at her little shop. The first one was this black button down, and I don't know if you can see how it has like the cool cutout details down the middle of it. It also has a really open exposed back that I like. I'm not sure what type of bra I would wear with this, but I just thought it was super, super cool, you know, something that is very unique and original, and it's just kind of like a new, fresh take on just a chiffon button down. So the second thing I picked up at her little stand was this black long sleeve, just regular knit top, and it has like a rib cage, that's what it's called. The rib cage down the front of it, and it's kind of sheer, but it's gonna be lightweight so I can still wear it now. So the last thing I picked up from the ladies' shop was this short sleeve lacy top with the word black on it, and I thought it was appropriate for my style. It's very me. Something I would definitely wear. So that was also $8. And then the last few things that I have are from Santee Alley. So in Santee Alley, I was mainly looking for shoes and handbags, and I only came back with 1 handbag and then a few little other things. So I purchased this necklace, and it has like the cross on the side, like it's sideways, and this was $5. It was just on a little shop. So the one handbag I picked up in LA is kind of like a designer that starts with an R and ends with ink off. So it was only $10. And I picked it up at a little handbag store. They were selling like all these handbags on the table for $10 a piece. So I bought this one, and it was black. The only thing, I wish it had silver hardware instead of gold hardware, but you know, you take what you can get for $10, right? So after we were done with the Santee Alley, you know, area, we were headed back to the car. There was an elevator to go up, and usually the elevators take forever, but we were lucky enough to catch the elevator going up with these two other ladies. When the door opens, it gets stuck. The older ladies weren't really sure what to do, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna call 911. And this is the first time I've ever had to call 911 in my entire life. And the lady was just like, okay, please hold, I'm gonna transfer you to the fire department. And I was just like, we're stuck in an elevator. Like, I don't have time to hold. What if this thing drops one level, you know? Like, I was freaking out, but I was trying to maintain my composure because there were these two other ladies. Like, if it was just Melissa and I would be flipping out. And then finally we hear the sirens. And you think, okay, they're gonna, like, you know, open the door and we're gonna be free. They get the door stuck even worse. So they tell us that they're gonna drop us down a level. Well, not drop us. I was thinking, shit, they're gonna drop us. I don't feel us as we're going down, but then I see us going down, like the little line, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna drop, and this is gonna be like Chicago Fire, and then we're gonna be stuck, and then we're gonna have to climb through the ceiling. And then they open the door and we're free, and it's like the light is shining on us, and I was just like, I need to get out of here before I pass out. And everybody was clapping, and it was just finally over. So afterwards, we were trying to figure out how to get back to our car since that elevator was out of service, obviously. So we walked around, and there was a set of stairs that we were going to walk by, but then Melissa's like, oh, there's sunglasses, and I'm a sucker for sunglasses. Saw these super cool sunglasses. They're like big, oversized, silver, and they have these kind of like a lens hood or something. I don't know. They're really, really cool, and I don't have a size that's this big, and they're kind of obnoxious. I mean, but so am I. So I think they're really, really cool, and they were only $5. So that was the last thing I picked up at Santee Alley and in LA. That was my trip in a nutshell. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!